Chapter 3 Revenge, my favorite word. I tore out the ad and stuffed it into my pocket. Then I finished getting dressed and hurried downstairs to enjoy the party. That night when I got home, I tossed the ad onto my dresser. Then I pulled my diary out of a secret hiding place under my mattress. I wrote in my diary almost every day. I skimmed over what I'd written in the last few weeks. There were a couple of pages about going bowling with my friend Carl, and a few lines about how I thought Steve Wilson was kind of cute. But for most of the summer, my diary was filled with the mean things Micah did to me. I hope he goes away to college next year. Far, far away, I wrote. Do they have colleges on Mars? A few days later, the rainstorms had passed and we had a blistering heat wave. Carl and I headed to the town pool. We planned to stay underwater until fall. Carl and I were in the middle of a cannonball contest when the lifeguard blew her whistle. Over the loudspeaker, the pool manager announced, "Adult swim." Lots of groans rose up from the pool. That meant we all had to climb out while the grown-ups swam laps for half an hour. "Want to hit the snack bar?" Carl asked. A bunch of kids already mobbed the snack bar, begging for anything frozen and wet. "Nah, it's packed," I replied. We settled on our towels on the grass. Julie Wilson lounged nearby, posing in her bikini. Her brother Steve sat next to her, throwing a frisbee on one finger. The loudspeaker clicked on and whistled. We heard her throat being cleared. "Attention, please," a voice boomed. Not the pool manager's voice, but a very familiar voice. "More stupid announcements," Steve grumbled. "Now for your listening pleasure," the loudspeaker voice announced cheerily. "Riverdale Swim Club presents a new reading series to entertain you young people during Adult Swim." "Huh?" Carl made a face. "I never did this before." "Today," the voice boomed, "we present the Diary of Wade Brill." I gasped. Everybody turned to stare at me. And suddenly, I knew whose voice it was. Micah's. "No," I cried. "He wouldn't." But he would. "Most of you know Wade," Micah's voice boomed over the speaker. "But in case you don't, she's that skinny girl on the grass with short, brownish blonde hair, wearing the blue bathing suit that doesn't quite fit." Kids were murmuring and laughing. A tall boy pointed in my direction. Everybody was staring at me. I wanted to die. Micah cleared his throat again. Episode 1, Thursday, June 26th. Went to the supermarket with Mom today. Mom was picking out deodorant when Steve Wilson came down our aisle. He just gotten his hair cut all short and spiky. He looked really cute. I think I'm getting a crush on him. My cheeks flushed hot with anger and embarrassment. How did Micah find it? How did he find my diary? That is embarrassing when you think about it. Everyone at the pool was staring at me. I could feel their eyes burning through me. I didn't dare look at Steve, but I could hear him laughing along with the others. I jumped to my feet and raced to the pool office. If only I could stop Micah before he read any more. "Oh, here's a good one." Micah's voice rose over the pool. "Saturday, June 28th. Steve said hi to me today. I mean, he always says hi to me, but today I think he said it in a special way. Revenge. That word stayed in my mind that night and the next day. I knew I couldn't let Micah get away with this. I had waited for 12 years to pay him back. Now it was time. I picked a magazine ad from my dresser and read it again and again. Revenge or us. What did it mean? Was it a company that got revenge for people? Was that possible? No phone number, no description. It was so mysterious. The address it gave me was on Flamingo Road. That was way on the other side of town in a very rough, rundown neighborhood. I knew I couldn't go there by myself. I needed Carl to come with me. But he was away with his parents for a few days. I had to wait. Maybe, I thought, while I'm waiting for Carl to return, I can work up my little revenge on my own. I stepped out to the backyard to think about it. A hot summer day, sunlight streaming down. Butterflies danced over the flower beds. Splat! Got another one. Mom's voice broke into my thoughts. I turned and saw her kneeling in the vegetable garden, whacking a big, silvery slugs with a spade. They splattered in the dirt. She tossed her corpse into a bucket. Mom, that is so totally gross, I murmured, shaking my head. After heavy rains, the slugs all come up, Mom reported. I'm getting pretty good at finding them. Splat! Gotcha! Oh, yuck, I moaned. I'm going back inside. Your brother is in there, Mom said, with that girl he likes, Sophie Russell. She's too good for that creep, I growled. Mom looked up from her slugs. Wade, why are you always picking on Micah? Huh? Me? I let out a furious shriek, spun around, and stormed into the house. Micah was in the kitchen, trying to impress Sophie. I stood in the hall and spied on them for a while. Micah was spooning coffee into the coffee maker. Want some? He asked Sophie. I'm a caffeine freak. I've got to have my 3 cups a day. I had to cover my nose so he wouldn't hear me snort with laughter. 3 cups a day? He never drank coffee. What a phony. I'll have half a cup, Sophie said, with lots of milk. This is so sickening, I thought. I wanted to go screaming into my room, but something told me to stick around. I was beginning to get an idea, a really mean idea. Revenge at last.